Erica, you are back again for We Will Rock You. You've been in this show before. Tell me what's different about this time around.
Well, for me, I'm playing a different character. So I'm the artist formerly known as Scaramouche, and now I get to play Oz, who is the leader of the rock and roll rebels. And she's completely different in every way. She's blonde instead of black-haired or purple-haired, and she's tough. She's rock and roll, and so it was a great challenge for me to come into a show that I knew so well, with a new character, with a whole new set of challenges. And as far as the musical goes, one of the great things about working with Ben Elton, and the guys in Queen is that they are constantly tweaking and updating the script. And so they came in and completely overhauled all of our pop culture references and jokes and our social media references, and really just tailored it for right now. And all the things you knew and loved about We Will Rock You are there, and we've added some amazing new treats for people who saw it in Toronto.
And so there are pop culture references and I think references to social media. What are some of these references that people are is there a Miley Cyrus reference?
We may or may not have a twerking reference. I was going to say, that's everyone's sort of first question. And, it's one of those things where if your mind automatically goes there, that's something we have to touch on. That's a great opportunity. And so, yeah, we have all of the most recent pop culture happenings. And, we're consistently changing. We're consistently getting emails from Ben saying, do you think this warrants maybe a little gag here or there? And that's one of the greatest things about this show, is that even though it was written 11 years ago, it's new almost every single time you see it.
That's great.
Yeah.
And working with Ben Elton and the guys from Queen, I mean, you're physically working with them, talking with them. So what was it like to first meet them?
Well, I first met them actually on this very staircase here at the Cannon Theatre when I had just turned 20 years old, the day after I left school to join the company We Will Rock You. And that was terrifying. And so this time it was strange because it was so familiar, even though they are these incredibly respected, world universally known artists. It was familiar. And it was sort of like coming home, and they have sort of watched me grow up in a way as a professional. And so it was wonderful to see them again as people, and exciting to work with them again as rock stars, because that's so cool.
It's definitely cool. It's amazing. And I mean the songs as well, rock star songs, classic songs, 24 hit songs in this show. Do you have a favorite?
Well, there's two. Getting to sing No One But You every night as Oz now. It's a song, it's the only non-single that's in the show. And it was written by Brian May for Freddie Mercury after he passed away. And that's a huge honor to be able to deliver a song like that every night. At its core, this show is about rock and roll and remembering the people who made it great. And Freddie Mercury was obviously one of those people. And but I gotta say, we call it Bo Rap for short, but getting to perform Bohemian Rhapsody, especially in my hometown of Toronto, there's just no feeling like it. There's no feeling like it unless you're in the audience joining in with us.
That's awesome. And is there a new song too?
There is. You're My Best Friend was originally not in the Canadian production, but in America, this is currently the U.S. national tour with a few awesome Canadian stops. And in America, You're My Best Friend was one of their biggest hits. So when this show was being rehearsed for the U.S., they decided to put in You're My Best Friend again. And it's a wonderful moment because this show is such a rock and roll spectacle. The colors, the jokes and the music are so loud and so bright that sometimes you have these beautiful little moments of peace and of serenity, and that's one of them. And it really just encompasses how broad Queen's scope as a musical act was.
That's great. And which audiences rock harder, Canadian or American?
I don't think that's a real question. It's got to be Canada. I have to say, there's 7 Canadian cast members, and we have been talking up the Toronto audience and Toronto as a city for the whole tour, because really there's nothing like a good Canadian audience that's here to have fun. And we're so grateful to have those audiences for 2.5 years with the original production that I can't wait to show my American friends just how hard we can rock.